close in terms of normal meta type of compositions? Do they want to play with these globals, or is it time to kind of mess it up a little bit here with bigger maps and maybe pull out Samuro?
I mean, I am 100% certain that if they get the chance, they're going to play Samuro at some point. I just also believe that Dignitas is going to ban him out.
Yeah.
On other maps, on bigger maps, they are going to try and shut Samuro down pretty quickly. Maybe not necessarily as a first ban. I don't think they're going to fall into that trap and overvalue it too much. But first of all, I think Dignitas has an easier time dealing with Samuro than other teams. So they might even be willing to let it through. But if they ban it, it's going to be on the second spot.
Well, let's go ahead and check out our cheers, actually, for the EU region. The top 5 teams, as it currently is ranked out. Team Dignitas is #1 here with over 2 million. As we have Fnatic down to 1 million. Team Liquid at 500,000, etc., etc.
Yeah, it actually surprises me a bit that we don't have teams like Granit Gaming or even Leftovers pushing into the 5th spot at this point.
Yeah, especially with how well they've been performing.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially with the fun maps that we saw from Granit Gaming last week on Towers of Doom. If you still have not seen that game, please do yourself a favor and go to youtube.com/heroesports and check it out. Granit Gaming against Zealots, being able to pull off that incredible win was a delight to watch.
You should actually watch the entire series. We had some fantastic series already so far in Phase 2.
Yep. Battleground #2. Let's continue this series here. See if we'll have another one coming at you as Europe continues to deliver. Towers of Doom will be the battleground.
Not quite. You and your wishful thinking.
I'm always wishing.
You have still picked up on it. It's actually Tomb of the Spider Queen that we have as map #2. But yeah, there's a good chance we're getting towers eventually.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. We're going to go to Game 5. It's going to be Towers of Doom. I'm quoting it right now. If it happens, you have to call me a god.
Game 5 on Towers of Doom. Yeah, if that happens, you are going to be a god.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get Granit Gaming winning then. As we get ready for Towers of Doom, it's all about that wave clear.
If I watch your stream correctly lately, you're going to be the god of losing.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that his thing? Does that exist?
God of losing? It's probably somebody. At least in Greek mythology, there has to be.
I don't know.
Wouldn't Hades be like the god of losing to a degree? I know he's the god of the underworld, but like,
are you crazy?
well, he got the lower ending of the deal, right? Like he has to be running hell the entire time. All the gods get stuff on top, eating cotton candy and stuff, and he's just like,
is that a bad thing?
He's on fire and life. I mean, okay, for you, perspective, maybe.
He is badass.
It's powerful. I would consider it not so good.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm sorry. Did I just offend somebody?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Again, 3 times a day I have to apologize. Dang. I need PR training.
God of losing.
He got the lower end of the deal. Honestly. I mean,
he
sure,
even has a badass dog with 3 heads.
Yeah, but if he goes above ground, he has no powers.
Just sends his dog. Cerberus is going to shred everyone apart.
I don't know, man. A little kid named Harry Potter put that to sleep. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. A little wizard, 11 years old, with the help of his 2 friends, put a massive dog to sleep.
I don't think that was the same dog. That was a cheap copy of the original. Tracer and Genji banned out again. I mean, this is not really the map where I would say Samuro is going to be a thing for them. Even a Malfurion in first pick, actually, with... It's always curious to me when we go from one game to the next how priorities for teams really start changing that quickly. I mean, for Dignitas, it makes sense that Malfurion is super powerful because of Xaylia, but even Xaylia shifted his focus more towards Deckard Cain. And if there is a map where we have seen a lot of Deckard Cain play, it's Tomb of the Spider Queen. So, from my perspective, I would have thought that Dignitas is absolutely fine of letting, on the first pick position, that hero go, and then is happy with either picking Malfurion or Deckard Cain on the second spot.
What I like Malfurion over Cain here is just because you have the Moonfire, right? Being able to poke around the turn point. Granted, you do mention the strengths of Cain, and he has his own poke as well, right? He has the Arctic Cube, he can drop in the scroll if he needs to.
No, it's absolutely true. Like, you have some advantages, but is that really, is that detail really worth picking the hero in a first pick position where if you prioritize anything else, you will still on second position at least get one of the 2? That's most of the question.
Sure.
If he's still first pick worthy now that Deckard Cain has taken a much bigger priority in the meta and for the teams. I just find it really curious if you compare that to the priority that we've seen from other teams now. But yeah, Blaze again on a super early pick here, together with Phoenix. So Granit Gaming, at least for now, agreeing with the Zealots that the hero is offering a lot, especially on that off lane here, on the bottom of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Phoenix even, so you have to think about Diablo immediately when you're Dignitas.
All right, Dig, what are you going to pull out here? Yrel and Jaina. So Yrel continues to be a mainstay for Dignitas. Staying true to their words, they believe that she is pretty powerful. And then Jaina popping up for them too. I mean, the wave clear obviously makes a lot of sense.
I mean, so far, if you look at the track record of Dignitas with Yrel, they're 8-0 with her.
Oh,
It's not too bad.
it's kind of good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Caldor stats.
They played only 3 games without Yrel. I mean, they were one of the 2 teams that picked next to Meta Yrel before the changes in the patch came in.
Garrosh banned out. What's Granite Gaming scared of?
I mean, flip into roots into burst would work. Now Diablo banned out. That leaves us. I mean, Diablo ban makes a lot of sense because you have Phoenix in place already.
Yeah.
So that's okay. We could still see for Dignitas Stitches with a hook into roots into Jaina burst, which basically gives you the same tools, or to an extent, that Garrosh would give you. Muradin is out there, and Johanna. So those are the 3 tanks that we're talking about more mostly. And Johanna has been picked up, taken by Granit Gaming, leaving Muradin for JPL. So they have the choice between an engaged tank and someone who's just trying to get the hooks in.
And we get Rhaegar. Always solid when you have a double tank set up, which you have Blaze and Johanna here. But you also get that cleanse.
Yep.
Making sure that you can save a target from being locked down completely.
I honestly think that's one of the thought process here too, that no matter what is being picked on the side of Dignitas, that cleanse is going to work out for you.
Yeah.
If it's a hook, you get even more value out of the cleanse, but even if that's not the case and you're going up against Muradin, who's trying to set something up for Malfurion roots and then Jaina damage, a cleanse can save the target here quite easily. So you're not going wrong with Rhaegar. Since if you play Deckard, he has a lot of strengths, but he also has a few weaknesses, and the lack of cleanse is definitely one of them. Norok talked about that a little bit once we had the interview from the last series, but yeah, I like Rhaegar here for them. I think in general, now that we've seen a few buffs on him, he's pretty strong. And their Stitches makes a lot of sense with the combo that they're playing now, so that cleanse gets even more value.
And Junkrat making his re-immersion as we have him back in here. We had Junkrat earlier in game number, or the first series between Team Liquid and Crew, and that Chromie will be the 5th pickup here for Granite Gaming. So more traditional comp for them. A lot of poke, a lot of stopping of the turn-ins here.
Yep, Johanna, Chromie setup. And Phoenix, if you at any point can poke someone low enough that Phoenix can follow it up with the salvo, there you go. If it wasn't against Dignitas.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great composition for this map. Like, if you play some of your own games in Hero League, generally you're going to be able to do really well on this battleground. But JPL and Stitches, I never vote against it. Never.
What was it? You had what were the 2 rules?
What's the rule?
That's
Never
rule
doubt
1.
JPL on Stitches.
What was rule 2? Wasn't there a second one?
Never doubt Caldor when it comes to hair products.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, that's rule 3 now.
So rule 3.
We didn't have a second rule, I don't think. Did we?
It was actually when you were starting to put that throne, it was like, I don't think you have any hair now that I think about it. Actually, the less hair you have, the more important is that you take care of the bit that you do have. So
That's why your sub will look so good.
Oh, yeah.
We put shampoo on every individual one and clean. Let's go to battleground number 2. Tuma the Spider Queen here.
Yeah, let's go to the battleground before we have more hairy jokes.
Yikes. Here on the left side in the blue. Nande on Johanna. Wolf Joe on Rhaegar. Minecraft on Phoenix. And Dark Mach on Blaze. And Raid Boss on Chromie.
Yeah, they switched over. Nanda's taking main tank position now. And that's going to be... I mean, Nanda's also the guy that plays Samuro for them, so do they in Samuro setups then change it off again? They're just pretty flexible in general. Whoopi for Dignitas is playing Yrel again over here to the right side of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Snitch is on Junkrat. We have Poi currently on Jaina. We're seeing JPL on Stitches. Ready for those hooks. And Zelia on his B. Zelia on Malfurion. He likes old guys. Plays Malfurion, they got Kane.
They're wise. Why not? Kama comes out, does not connect. JPL trying to hold his front line, but he's getting knocked down pretty hard here by Granite Gaming. But JPL, with that dampen magic at level 1, able to handle the onslaught coming his way.
Yeah, and he will have, I mean, he already goes in a sustained build. I mean, he can still go for a bit of a hybrid attempt that we occasionally see where you still spec into level 4 slam and then level 7 your Vile Gas. But right now, still Granit Gaming trying to play the poke game with Chromie here. And with Johanna, but Nanda is actually eating a lot of damage at that front line, and that makes it really tricky for them to keep that rotation up. It's a little bit weird, because normally you want to go in with Johanna and make sure that you're also securing all of these gems for your team, and then Chromie, of course, gets the damage in. That's basically where your main wave clear comes from, the combo between the two of them. But Johanna is struggling slightly.
Yep. Taking a lot of poke from Junkrat and Potential. Snitch is a wonderful Junkrat. Knows how to land those grenades. I think Arcaner had a good Junkrat earlier. I also like Quack running Junkrat too. One of those characters, man, that if you're able to really deliver when it comes to grenades, you can be a nuisance. Also, of course, concussive mines, but being able to hit those Qs, especially +4 whenever you're stacking, it's always great.
Camp taken here, as we still have down to the bottom of the map the 1 versus 1 situation. Phoenix is actually mainly at the top, so they are not really getting into a spot where Stitches can get too many hooks here. It's just a 3-man setup with Memecraft occasionally starting a rotation. So Rega taking over now at the top, but a nice push here. This is actually them getting quite a bit of value out of this push, even aiming for the first tower here. Dignitas has taken their own camp and is now able to defend, but let's see how quick Granit Gaming is with the defense on their own. They can still rotate Rega back down if they need him with the lightning shield to pitch in and get some extra AoE in. It's exactly what Wolfjoe is doing right now. Nanda still on the move. Okay, cooldown on Jaina's out. Already used her Blizzard, and that's an opportunity for Granit now to go in. Even the pre-tap at the well through Nanda. And the damage output against the camp.
Cleared up. And not too much damage there. Gate gets a little bit burned down. A little bit damage with the turret, but not too shabby. Yeah. Definitely manageable. JPL setting up. He has that hook available.
It was actually a really interesting attempt also from Blaze to try and get that flank in. It could have even worked against Jaina. Poik saw it and immediately moved out. But Blaze didn't really want to go that deep because it was also a bit risky. Whoopi still working on the mobility here. Nice shutdown here by Whoopi.
He really does play that character well, man.
Yeah,
Good jump in. Wobby goes forward. Knock back up Memecraft. Stuck in the Malfurion route. Wobby continuing to chase here, but the hook actually sidestepped. Well played.
The immediate spray.
Well, you feel good about that. When you see that coming, you sidestep, you deserve that spray. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, definitely. You need to go for like a pew-pew or something. It's definitely one of my favorite sprays.
Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, hang on. Chromie damage available here for Raid Boss here on the top left. He also said
JPL.
JPL is low, and JPL picked off Granit Gaming, finding first blood in game number 2 as well.
Yeah, and Snitch nearly falling too. There was a great hit there by Raid Boss. Couldn't quite confirm the kill against her, but that was a close one. And that might actually lead to the first turn in for Granit Gaming. They have 37 already turned in. They don't quite hold enough to get the turn in completed yet, but they're definitely taking the lead.
Now they are.
I really like that we're having the teams showing, I don't want to say zero respect, because they're definitely respecting the strong opponents that they're facing, but they are actually, the way that they're playing, you know, the way that they're always saying, okay, we can still make something happen here. We're not going to win the game if we're just sitting there and waiting for our opponent to make a mistake. Let's try to create opportunities on our own.
They don't let their opponent's reputation dictate how they play, right? They play their game instead, which is so wonderful to see. Whenever you get that composure, you get that confidence, that's when your team will start to come together, and that's what you can build upon.
Yeah.
And Granit Gaming, right now, has been building upon that, especially in the last couple of weeks. They have definitely been a surprise for me here in the HGC the last couple of weeks. They've been leftovers. We're going to watch as Granit Gaming actually sets up, and they have turned in again. They need 4 more gems, and they'll actually earn the first turn-in of the match.
You can really tell that for Dignitas, they are also starting to respect especially Raid Boss and the Chromie damage that comes out. Just to put this a bit in perspective, we've talked a lot about Chromie players and how they struggled. Nanda actually on Chromie had a lot of problems just last weekend, and now we're having 5 minutes in, 26 stacks on Chromie already.
That's good.
It's pretty solid. It's much better than from Arcana earlier, for example. That was a tough game for Arcana on Chromie. He played a very safe game around that. But it just shows that Raid Boss is definitely putting fear into the hearts of Dignitas at this point, where a low hit point hero like Jaina or Junkrat have to be careful that they're not going to get hit.
Speaking of hits coming in, Team Dignitas tries to go for a turn-in, but Chromie delivers and also stops turn-ins from happening. 46 to 38 gems.
And we have level 8, so Chromie has Temporal Loop now, and there's no cleanse on the other side.
Snitch will have to be careful here. He'll be a prime target to grab with that Temporal Loop. Jaina will also be good, especially before that Ice Block comes out.
Chromie with a turn-in attempt, and it looks very much like she's going to get that through.
Hang on, Stitch is coming up. Ooh, the slam.
It's
Not
too late,
available.
though. Yeah, so not using Temporal Loop here yet, but this is a really good opportunity for Granit Gaming to get a bit ahead here. Now, keep in mind, this is also a map that they chose. They chose Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yes, they did.
They have so far only played one time in HGC on this map, and they actually lost. But it's the map that they so far run pretty well.
Yeah, and they actually had a strategy set up too, because they picked this map when they are the ones that lost. They had a chance to go for first pick, which is what you typically see.
Yeah.
So when a team picks a battleground, you know they're confident on it.
And they actually done that last week too. So this is something that they're probably going to see more and more from them. They're saying, hey, we have certain maps and certain strategies that we've prepared for these maps. And if you do that from a second pick position, then you can make a lot happen here. And that's what we're seeing from them. They are nearly on level 10. And if that level 10 hits as the Web Weavers are still on the map, they can maybe even dive behind one of these forts and see if they can get a kill or two.
Especially with Blaze Bunker.
Yeah.
Being able to dive with the 5 is something you can pull off.
Look at Whoopi. Whoopi is completely retreating here. They don't have vision. Phoenix has already moved outside of vision range, and now that level 10 is in, Whoopi's not risking anything. Here comes the shield, the follow-up, the damage. JPL barely kept alive. And again, nice blocks, but it's not enough. JPL, it is enough. He goes down. Great bunker to zone him out. I thought for a moment there was enough space for Stitches to squeeze past, but not quite happening, and that's a second kill against JPL.
When did Blaze get Force Wall as a heroic?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
When did that happen? Good block in there. Stitch is unable to sneak on by. Now, we did have Junker clear up the top lane and work on level 10, so while we did lose JPL, Team Dignitas at least keep their gems. They were able to grab a few of those, and they're able to hit 10 themselves.
Again, it's the level lead for Granit Gaming.
Yeah.
They are looking really good here today. They already looked okay on game number 1, but here they've now also taken the lead. Now, we're still talking about Dignitas, and this is a team that always comes online in the mid game, especially at the beginning of 2018. They more so excelled to getting these leads early on in the game and really establish level leads through rotations alone, but you can never underestimate them. Nice interrupt against Whoopi again. 50 gems on him. Nanda can interrupt once more with a flashlight. Does exactly that, and they're still fighting for their position here.
Darkmonk getting aggressive, interrupting the bunker. While we continue to try to go for this turn in. Almost gets it, but Nande with the interruptions the last second. Nande a little bit bruised though, has to start backing up with a Riptire coming in. Here's a Temporal Loop on Zalia. Zalia takes the brunt of the damage. He gets condemned dead. The Ancestral Healing as well will land on Nande, and Malfurion gets picked off.
What a coordination here. The Ancestral Healing immediately dropped on Nanda as he's not even in trouble yet. The perfect coordination here to get that kill against Zalia. And that is a 3-0 in kills for Granit Gaming against Dignitas on map number 2. And they are also in a position where they can go for full turn-in. Nanda is soaking a lot of these grenades to make sure that Raid Boss can deliver his gems, and now he's in a similar position. Memecraft is zoning him out, Nanda already did a job, and now Memecraft himself on Phoenix is going to rotate over and try and make sure that they're delivering the last ones. And that would help them to get to level 13.
Yeah, they get to the middle fort, they get to the top fort. They still need 3 more gems here. 2 are on Nande. The other one here is on top of Phoenix here, is in the top left corner, and he is being zoned out heavily as Team Dignitas has not let him sneak up.
Yeah, and Memecraft is now rotating down. He's actually trying to just sneak that one in as the interrupts follow top. He starts to channel, and that's going to be a turn-in, 100%.
Flashlight comes in, there it is, and boom. 2 Web Weaver turn-ins in a row for Granit Gaming.
Blessed Shield has been used, though. On the retreat here, Johanna had to pop that as a bit of a saving grace button to make sure that no one gets locked down and taken apart here. If they lose a hero in this case, then it would be horrible because the entire weapon wave would go to waste. But there were already a lot of heroics committed on the side of Dignitas, one of them being the Water Elemental. So Whoopi with the 60 gems down here, still fine. Yeah, it's going to get away from this one eventually. I don't think there's enough even with a potential Phoenix flank. But this is a great chance now for Granit Gaming to get ahead. They have the level 13 talent. The damage against Memecraft is only the shield, that doesn't matter.
Still at the Web Weaver, which was the main focus here for Snitch.
Yep, and now the question is just how much can you get out of it?
Stunner will be on the bottom right. Darkmont chasing him down, but Webby continues the dance. Fine with taking some damage here. Still has that Ardent Defender available. Web Weaver finally gets cleared up, but that fort goes down to half HP. And Granit Gaming diving back here, even dropping down the bunker and clearing out the mini wave.
Yeah, they're going to get this fort. And the top fort is also under attack. That's where Junkrat is already rotating because he realizes that he needs to do something. So Snitch is doing what he can. Now for Dignitas, it's fantastic that they still hold so many gems. They're keeping Whoopi alive, they're keeping Snitch alive. Poik still has a fair amount of gems by himself, 18. But in experience, Granit Gaming is getting farther and farther ahead.
Yeah.
Question is just simply, what can they get out of it? Because, again, on Tomb, if you start to get your own turn-ins, you're still in a decent spot. I mean, look at the amount of gems that Dignitas holds. They have 123.
123 gems? Multiple turn-ins available here for Team Dignitas. Granit Gaming grabbing in that camp to prep for that potential turn-in from Dignitas as they step up to maybe start doing so. They have hit 13, so they shouldn't be too worried about forcing a fight. What they're worried about is being killed off. So watching out for flanks. You have Varel on the bottom. You have Junk right here too. They are checking every bush, just making sure that their opponents are nowhere near them.
Granit Gaming has to play this smart now. They still hold on to all their forts, and they have all the wells still there. So they can always move back a little bit with 1 or 2 heroes and make sure that they're just tapping on the fountain, re-engaging into the fight, while the rest is trying to stack interrupts against Dignitas. If they can just carry that towards level 16, that would be the dream. If there's a team fight before that, and of course you're always going to attempt to play around the CC's chains that you have, maybe get a good temporal loop off and then follow it up with a blessed shield. Will be even attempting to sneak that up here to the top. Nand is checking it out. This is tricky. If Wubi at any point is able to get that turn in, that would be fantastic for them.
He's playing it slow, though. He has to also worry about possibly getting picked off. What if he doesn't hit his already defender? What if he gets stunned out at the last second?
Yeah. All right, nice dodge, but Wubi is still hidden. They have no idea where he is. Nice hiding. Just him playing with vision makes it difficult for Granit Gaming, but that was good by Memecraft. Just sniffing it out, also not simply walking into the bush here. It's a patient play.
It is. And while we wait, Granit Gaming's working on 16, slowly but surely.
And Jaina had to go to the bot lane because of the Siege Giant camp. So Wubi is found out. Darkmok buys some time here. Nanda goes in, and Wubi has to retreat and has to immediately hop away because he knows he cannot fall. 77 gems is just too much. And now you look at experience and you realize that Granit Gaming has now been stalling for 1.5 levels. That's 15.5. Which means half a level, and they have a 16 talent advantage, and that would put Dignitas in a spot where they just simply don't want to fight.
Dignitas steps up, trying to fight now. Hook comes out. They land on Blaze, who will drop the bunker. JPL goes forward and drops a bio to make sure he doesn't have an escape route. Zelia and Poik on the back right, gets a busted shield. Here comes the Riptire.
Yeah, Memecraft was trying to go for the salvo, but he doesn't connect with Poik. That would have actually been a kill together with the damage that Raid Boss just did against her. But Zelia has Tranquility now. They're moving back. Can they get that turn in? We talked about that fountain. We talked about the ability to tap, but can they re-engage? It does seem unlikely. Poik is able to complete the turn in, but Granit Gaming should have level 16 to defend against.
Exactly. They bought enough time here to get 16, which will help out with their wave clear, being able to deal with the push coming their way, and also if they need to force a fight, they should be able to do so. Chromie will be sieging away. Blaze and Phoenix will be their main wave clear available to them. Rhaegar can help out if he needs to. Just needs to be a bit careful not to get caught out. But here comes the Web Weavers. Middle lane's a little push back, though.
Earth Shield now taken on the side of Rhaegar. We have him, of course, with the level 16, the Earth Grass Totem now. So we're having him with the shield output that allows him to usually get the Ancestral through, which is still on cooldown in this case. But there's, with the 16 talents now, a lot of potential to also lock an opponent down, especially, of course, through that totem. So they can try and look for that opportunity. Wubi has now 84 gems. I mean, he is on Urel. It's difficult to take Urel down, one of the reasons. And they are going for Poik here. Here comes the attempt to snipe him, and that is the end of Jaina.
200 damage away from being able to have that ice block. And now JPL's getting chased down. Even with the bio, he's trying to slow down everyone behind him. Condemn pulls him back in. Here's a Riptire as well. Comes in from the side, gets Nade a little bit on the lower side. Bunker pops out. And Team Dignitas needs to escape. Will be still with 84 gems. 35 here for JPL too.
Darkmog is trying to body block. He not quite gets that. Here's a hook again. That didn't work. Ancestral comes through and hits Memecraft. Good save. 16 on both sides now. The Web Weaver is doing work throughout all of this. Top lane has been cleaned out. The fort is gone. And we're seeing even the wall at the keep getting scratched. Dignitas is definitely closing in a bit on experience. But if you're just looking at kills, it's 4 against 0. Granit Gaming holding on to 34 gems. 15 total. Don't quite have the turn in yet. But Dignitas still has 150. They have another double turn in.
Oh, they do. And Jaina's back. She will bring her frost in 3 seconds. 16 here for Team Dignitas so they can fight if they need to. Welby just trying to buy as much time as he can and not get locked down. Able to finally rotate out. Phoenix, meanwhile, is turning in the top side. Oh, not yet. He has 2 gems available. He's kind of just looking, making sure that Dignitas doesn't sneak anybody over there.
I mean, there's a reason why all of the gems are on Urel, why they were saying, hey, let everyone else turn in first. I can still hold all of these, just simply because it's so difficult to take Urel down. Chromie, we talked about it earlier in the game. 15 minutes in, completing the quest. The damage output is there. They're trying to put it on JPL, but he has his level 1, of course, and he is surviving throughout all of this.
Welby just diving in the back line too, so Raid Boss is able to combo anyone down. Blizzard comes out to slow down some targets. Hook comes in into the Blizzard. Memecraft able to get away. Bunker comes out too, but teammate Dignitas is now starting to retaliate as they now get the Well Weavers pushing in the middle. They already broke down the fort in the top, so that means that keep wall can be burned down.
This is really the moment when Dignitas can start turn everything around here. They have not only this turn in, they have another one available right after if they don't fall. Granit Gaming is looking for kills, but they don't find them. They were trying to go for Stitches, but the big problem is, of course, that he has on level 1 the Dampen Magic and then Amplified Healing on level 4. And those two talents combined with the heals that come out of Malfurion were just more than enough. Plenty to keep Stitches alive and not allow Granit Gaming the kill. So a lot of the resources and cooldowns that GG tried to use here did nothing for them. And now they are paying the price. They are losing the fort in the middle, they are losing the fort at the bottom of the map, and Dignitas is going to start to take a lead in experience.
Point to support there, as you mentioned, the experience about to hike up. As you mentioned, there's the 18-18. We are tied up. JPL in a position to where if anyone steps up past their turrets, he can land a hook and, of course, pull the targets in. Team Dignitas, however, can just pull away, wait it out, and go for another turn-in.
They definitely have the gems for
Look
it,
at the
easily.
boss already. Look at this.
Yeah, they're pushing up at the top. That is something, on the other hand, that I would expect Granit Gaming to smell out. And they are rotating there already, but it's Blaze at the bottom lane that they still have full vision on. So Dignitas is just bursting it. They have Jaina, so she's fantastic for that, and Junkrat too. But yeah, they know that it's coming. The problem is Blaze is not going to be there for a long time, so I still think Dignitas secures this easily.
So much protection. The knockback from Urel, the Junkrat grenades, the Malfurion root. Granit Gaming couldn't even get in there.
Yeah. With Blaze, I think they would have had a better chance, but it's just Dignitas had vision. They had full vision on Darkmock, and so they could easily go for that. Nice move here. Really good bunker, making sure that Blaze doesn't fall, because he already used jet propulsion. It was smart by JPL to wait that out and then just hook him back in after the jet propulsion is over. So a force of the bunker as a heroic to make sure that they're not falling. Yeah, but the boss is moving through the top lane. Level 19 for Dignitas already, and that snowball that we talked about is now starting to happen as Dignitas gets turned up the turn. But we see actually Junkrat fall.
Chromie and Darkmock there on Blaze able to find him using the temporal loop before he rotated over. He was clearing out the middle wave to get that pushing in, and that may have been enough actually to dissuade Team Dignitas from pushing too aggressively into this keeps to break them down.
Yeah, they might hold here. Especially since Junkrat is one of the heroes that has the best damage output when it comes to wave clear and also against the structures here. Outside of Jaina's burst, he's fantastic with that range poke. So this is one of those opportunities where Granit Gaming can hold on. They already defended the keep at the top, barely, but it holds. Now they're busy at the bot lane, and they are going to get level 20 pretty soon. Same is, of course, true for Dignitas. But still, pretty impressive.
Yeah, that small little pick, man. Just enough. Even having Tranquility used there on that middle lane. Ooh, hang on. Blizzard comes out.
Sure about that.
Water Element to keep her alive. They're trying to find a pick before 20. Even if it's just a rally, trying to force something. But
yeah, but again, it's Urel.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a kill you're gonna get if your damage dealers are this far away still. Both of them with 84, 83 gems, so both of them with a turn available, and both of them with the Storm Talents. But missing the Blessed Shield right now hurts a lot, because this is a moment when you would want to use it. But it's still on cooldown here. Bunker's on the ground, Riptire comes out, tries to hit the back line here, hits Memecraft, he loses some of his HP, but he's still fine. Unconquered Spirit, of course, also available for him now. None is still holding a position here.
He has another hook. He gets it right off into the middle of his teleport too, so Memecraft has to run away, even dropping the Ancestor Healing to keep him alive.
Better safe than sorry. Wolf throws everything out, but they're trying to turn around. 2 more seconds until Blessed Shield is out, and maybe they can go on one of the squishies. None with the gems. Here it comes, Blessed Shield. No! They're actually escaping out of the temporal loop, but the engage is happening again as Nanda moves in, and his unstoppable procs.
Ice block stop in there. The Salvo hitting all 5 though. Zelia stepping up, keeping up with the heals. Finally, Johanna will get picked off thanks to Jaina delivering. Wubby wanting to jump in here on the top right, but he has to be careful because Memecraft is chasing him down. And Memecraft actually put a lot of damage on him. Wubby comes in and gets a slow, knocks him away as well.
Yeah, Memecraft did really well here. If Chromie would have been able to follow up on that at some point, then maybe they could have done it, but not quite. Bunker is out again and already used, but burned down by Jaina within seconds. Darkmock with 55 gems needs to be cautious. More and more we are seeing Raid Boss. They're just targeting the backline here, but Wubby jumps on Chromie every chance he gets.
Darkmock cannot get away. He's slowed forever. Eventually, he gets picked off. That was 55 gems. Wolfjo tries to grab what he can, but a majority of them have been lost. Wubby continuing to stay on top of Wolfjo. That's going to be a massive amount of gems lost here for Granite Gaming, also losing 2 of their members in total in that team fight.
Dignitas has only killed 2 heroes. These 2 heroes that we just saw fall were the only 2 ones that they killed.
Playing through the map. And now they get the turn in. And this is going to be one that will at least get that keep in the top, right? Could be a core if someone falls.
Yeah, this one is going to hurt. But again, I have to give some credit to Granit Gaming. They're really playing toe-to-toe with Team Dignitas here. And if I was one of the other teams that they still had to face, I would be very worried about going up against these guys. We talked in week 1 about how difficult it must be, especially for Memecraft, to adjust to all of this. But he's doing a fantastic job here. His Hanzo arrows for a long time were maybe a little bit shaky, but the damage that he puts out here on Memecraft, you just can't doubt. He's sitting at 72,000 damage and taking the top numbers of the game. Snitch is second with 59k. Dignitas, of course, now heavily pushing in and trying to exploit the advantage that they have, but Granit Gaming is firing on all ends, trying to somehow hold on.
Raid Boss already set up here and trying to siege away. This middle keep, man, it is taking damage quickly. Team Dignitas should be able to grab that. Blaze slowing down the top rain push, but that keep should eventually fall to minions. There it goes. Third keep about to fall, as well as Team Dignitas is taking the full second layer of defense away from Granite Gaming. They have to hold firm here. They're trying to. Poik is the focus. Raid Boss unable to land the combo thanks to an ice block.
Again, Ancestral on Phoenix and Conquered Spirit also proc, but now Nanda, his Unstoppable gets proc. There's no Ancestral available anymore. He falls, and that should be it. Dignitas moves in and tries to take down the core, and they're going to succeed here. This will be a 2-0 lead for Team Dignitas as they claim the victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen, taking a significant advantage in the best of 5.
A bend, don't break type of scenario for Dignitas. Early game going over really well for Granite Gaming, finding those kills, getting those turn-ins, breaking down a couple of forts. But with over, 160 gems, it started to really climb there for Dignitas. Once they were able to get one, they opened the map themselves, played pretty slowly, and were able to get those turn-ins.
Dignitas, as expected, doing extremely well here, but Granite Gaming, still shout out to them. That is looking pretty scary for the rest of the league here, considering that they are one of the teams where we didn't know what to expect when we started Phase 2.
Very, very true. So Dignitas going up 2-0 as we head into a game number 3. If Granite Gaming keeps playing like this, we could run into a scenario. We might have another reverse attempted sweep, as we saw with the Zealot matchup against Team Liquid, because Granite Gaming is definitely holding their own. It's all about finding the momentum. If you can get one win, that's where you can start to find your confidence to take on a big team.
Some of the decisions to use heroic abilities are still, I feel, a bit questionable. Maybe like trying to get a bit too much, a bit greedy. The one on Johanna comes to mind, but there were a couple of other incidents where they were really using a lot of heroics to try and get a kill against the target that they couldn't really drop because there was just not enough damage around and not enough CC. So it was a bit of wishful thinking, but I mean, I gotta say, they look strong. I really like the way they're playing. I like the way they are coordinating, and you can see an improvement from week to week here. It's scary to think that these guys went into Phase 2 and were expected to be one of the bottom 2 teams by most people. So right now we're looking at the bottom really contesting the top. I mean, we saw earlier Zealots bringing Team Liquid to the 5th map, and now we're having Granite Gaming coming in, looking good for long parts of Dragonshire, and then up to the end of Tomb of the Spider Queen, even leading. So it's pretty impressive.